Hi there, Cancer. Here's a general look at your solar chart for December 2009. Now, I think this is going to be a very hard-working phase for you, but I think you're going to be actually enjoying aspects of it, because it's going to really trigger your heart energy, your relating energy. I think you're going to feel as though others are pulling their weight, and that you all kind of are fitting in quite well, because there's a really soft, harmonizing, balancing vibration in your area of work. That's right up until the 26th of December. So the kind of scenario this could manifest is that somebody makes themselves more available to you, or they allow you to use something of theirs, maybe some equipment, a piece of kit, or they are just making something available, like a service or a skill. For instance, if you have a breakdown or you need some repair work done in some way, again, I think you're going to be getting the right help. Also, if you bought something, say, which doesn't fit, isn't right, as it's, given the time of the year that it is, once again, it looks as though you will be getting the right sort of response to your questions and to what you want to do. So yeah, I mean, it's a hard-working phase. There's no getting around that. You'll be thinking a lot about, you'll be working quite hard mentally, I think, up until the 5th. After then, you will still be very, very busy, but you will be more in a kind of a rapport and a sort of a cooperative, compromising sort of stance with somebody. And you'll be wanting to get to grips with things. You'll be wanting to sort things out. Definitely the moment to attack, what's piled up in the corner and sort that out. Also, health issues, you could be interested in that for yourself, or your nearest and dearest as well. Now, it could be that there is a health matter that needs resolving, and again, up until the 26th, you're most likely to get the best sort of advice or support on that. But also, if you are interested in health as a subject, something around therapy, again, or nutrition, that kind of thing. Again, it looks like you've got some really good input coming in here, which will underpin and support what your needs are in that area. Now, financial matters aren't going to be very far from your mind. You'll be keeping an eye on the piggy bank, but maybe you're doing something at the moment which is, in order to bring in some prosperity, either, in the short term or the long term. But you can't see, you've always got your eye a little bit on the long term. You share that with your opposite sign, Capricorn. And your opposite sign, Capricorn, rules time. So maybe at the moment you're thinking that what you're doing is going to help in some way in this, this bigger sort of cycle in your life. It could be. And there could be an expert around. There could be somebody that just helps out with that sort of stuff and gives you the assistance that you need. In another area, there's a chance you can be too pie in the sky about something, too wifty-wafty about something, or maybe it's just that you're not actually seeing a way to kind of ground something at the moment. Maybe you're looking at a situation which confuses you, and you're not quite sure which way the wind's going to blow. And that would be because Neptune and Jupiter are kind of doing a little dance together, particularly in the second half of December. If you can, wait until January, because then it will really kind of come down to earth and you'll be able to see more clearly what that's about. Could be also, affecting a source of finance that you've been relying on in the past, which maybe, there's some kind of lack of clarity around that. It could be also a property matter. It could be resources, other types of resources that you have been used to sharing with somebody else. It could even be, a contract or an agreement, that you've sometimes gotten into in the past. By the way, this is not a good time to sign on the dotted line with a contract or an agreement. Wait, rather, if you can, until you get into January. It could be somebody else you're looking at that you can see isn't handling their affairs quite in the way they used to or the way they should. Depends on your personal chart. Anyway, don't be too hasty in making decisions there. Another way the energy can work is that a windfall could come your way, or something really nice could come your way. And given the festive season that we're in, you know, that's to be expected. But it might be something that you really like. And so, you know, you can't really rely on anything like that to happen. But it could be quite almost magical in a way. Also, it could be about a relationship, you know, the resource that you have from the emotional resource actually that you have from a relationship. Once again, you know, that there's a magical feeling there, a little bit of fairy dust there, but again, this feeling of something being up in the air, and you can't come really lean heavily on that just at the moment, or an aspect of it for some reason at the moment. So there can be, you know, misunderstandings going on, and just wait for that to be clarified, especially if it's around something financial, or maybe something you've been trying to get sorted on that level, or to do with property. But it's great for mysticism, it's great for working with the imagination, it's great for, you know, just like communing with nature, it's great for psychic work. But again, if you feel like you got a hunch, once again, do not be 100% on that hunch until you get into January, especially if that hunch comes to you over the second half of December. Okay, so hopefully you'll know what I'm talking about, because I don't really, but this is what the energies are looking like. So it wouldn't hurt for you to rein back a little bit on that fantasy side of you, on that sort of psychic side of you that says this will be and there can be no other, because, you know, that's what life's about, learning, and that's what we're all here for. However, over the month, as I said, there's likely to be somebody on hand who will just put their, you know, just give you practical help and advice, and keep it real. Now, family members, yes, may need extra attention. There may be something you're a little bit concerned about there. It could be around your own history, your heritage, a parent. It could be that you are trying to get things organized at home, something to do with your foundations, domestic routines, your domestic life, your domestic setup. Definitely you need to put your house in order, and you'll be wanting to do that from the inside of you out, really, although you can work from the outside in. It can work that way as well. External changes at home will affect routines, daily routines, because, you know, maybe something is going to be added on, and you have to kind of work with it in a very patient and persevering sort of a way. Also, some of you could be renovating, some of you could be working quite hard at home, DIYing or something like that. And close liaisons are going to be very fulfilling, I think, from the 26th. 26th looks a bit heavy, but after the 26th, so we say the 27th, and quite enriching and fulfilling, and you'll be wanting to give that special attention to others, and they'll be giving it right back to you, and you'll be feeling all that lovely sort of warm glowing inside. Now, the eclipse is going to be affecting that area of your life. That's from the 31st of December for many weeks, and that means that there will be changes for the better. Ultimately, even though something might come along which unsettles things temporarily, but what it does is it shakes up the partnership area, and it allows for improvements to come in there. Well, that's it for December. If you know your rising sign, have a listen to that too.